All right, for former Vice President Kamala Harris back in the spotlight, she chose canceled Late Show host Stephen Colbert's show for her first interview since her 2024 election drubbing. She plugged her upcoming book, could not name the leader of the Democrat Party, and assigned blame for her loss. Spoiler alert, it was not because she ran a terrible campaign.
Who's leading the Democratic Party? I'm just curious.
There are lots of leaders. And
there's generally a leader of the Democratic Party. You know, like, oh, that's the leader of the Democratic Party. Who comes to mind?
I think there are a lot of, I'm not going to go through names because then I'm going to leave somebody out and then I'm going to hear about it. I made the decision that for now, I don't want to go back in the system. I think it's broken. I always believed that as fragile as our democracy is, our systems would be strong enough to defend our most fundamental principles. And I think right now that they're not as strong as they need to be, and I just don't want to, for now, I don't want to go back in the system. I want to travel the country. I want to listen to people. I want to talk with people.
Okay, well, that's the same system that Harris pumped some $1 billion of campaign cash into. A new headline reads, "We now have Kamala's official excuse for her 2024 train wreck." And that excuse comes in this video release.
Just over a year ago, I launched my campaign for President of the United States. 107 days, traveling the country, fighting for our future. The shortest presidential campaign in modern history. In writing this book, one truth kept coming back to me. Sometimes the fight takes a while.
So you caught that, right? The shortest presidential campaign ever. Obama campaign veteran David Axelrod shared his thoughts.
Kamala Harris has run for president twice in 2020, and in 2024, she came within a point and a half of the presidency. And running for governor of California, as powerful a position as it is, would be a step back. So it wasn't surprising to me. And it's clear that you read her statement that she is setting herself up to run.
And no surprise, so does President Trump.
What do you see in her political future, sir?
Well, she can't speak. She can't talk. She can't do an interview. I thought it was a very strange campaign that we had. I wouldn't call her a skilled politician. Would you?
She's also coming out with a book. Any plans to buy it?
I don't know. I think I'm going to buy it. I'd love to see it. No.
Okay, power panel. Tiffany Smiley, Endeavor PAC founder and former Republican Senate candidate, Madeline Somerville, a Democratic strategist and attorney. So, welcome to both of you. Tiffany, I'll start with you first. What do you make of her late night show appearance there?
Well, look, Kamala Harris and Stephen Colbert actually are pretty similar. Two losers, burning through money and rejected by the American people. But in all seriousness, the interview last night was a complete joke. Per usual, Kamala Harris couldn't answer basic questions like who the leader of the Democrat Party is, or even questions about her book. All we heard were excuses, complaints, and whining. And even the title of her book, 107 Days, is an excuse. It's pretty clear that she is setting herself up for another presidential run. Passing on the gubernatorial bid is a huge win for California, but a national bid is really bad news for the Democrat Party. And if I was J.D. Vance, or I'm pretty sure J.D. Vance might be doing this, is popping champagne bottles, thinking of a potential Kamala 2028 run.
Because, Madeline, it starts to look like the party hasn't really put any thought into the past or the future. How does she not have an answer to who is the leader of the Democrat Party today?
I'll tell you. I think it's because she is missing something really fundamental here. And that was demonstrated in her comment about, I don't want to try to change the system from the inside because I think the system is broken. It's beyond repair. Well, I think what's broken here is her understanding of how the system works. And actually, that lack of understanding is what I think President Trump is best at, which is that our democracy fundamentally turns on persuasion. I think that the thing that the Democrats are missing is that they have to get out there and address the counter arguments to what their policy positions are. And she thinks that the system is broken, but that's what our democracy is built on, is convincing people of things. It was written in the Federalist Papers when our country was founded. So I think if she's is going to still miss that fundamental piece, then the Democrats, if they put her forth, have no chance.
You lost me at address the counter arguments to their policy positions. I'm not sure what that means. I mean, isn't part of the problem, Tiffany, that Democrats aren't clearly laying out policies and pitching the American people on how do they want to fix everything that they're complaining about?
Well, exactly. And let's remember that Kamala was the quote unquote border czar that allowed an open border, allowed criminals and illegals and crime and drugs to come into every single community in our country. So her policies aren't good, and she was rejected by the American people. She lost every single swing state in this country. So that's a clear answer that the American people rejected the Democrat policies. And it's clear now going forward that they have no policies to stand on. They would rather complain and fearmonger. And they have candidates like Mandami and Kamala Harris and Joe Biden and Hunter Biden leading the charge as the central characters as the leaders of the Democrat Party.
So I suppose if anybody out there has forgotten about the cringe that the former vice president regularly delivered, here's just a little bit of a reminder. Watch.
Everyone thinks you've been kicking back, drinking margaritas on the beach. But really, you've been hard at work writing a book, meeting with leaders, thinking about the future of our country. Who said that?
Okay, so here are some of the snarky reactions to that. She is the most cringe major party candidate in the history of our country. Another, please run again. It will guarantee a Republican victory. And Mom, can you come home? The babysitter's scaring us. A new column with the headline, Kamala Harris's new book is sure to be another self-congratulatory look at how she lost. Please unburden us. Madeline, does she have a place in the future of the Democrat Party?
Oy vey, this is not good. We have a major authenticity problem in the Democratic Party right now, and all of this cringe talk behavior is not making it any better. Just speak from your heart. If you're drinking margaritas on the beach, that'll make us like you more, because now we'll see you as a human being, right? I think she's not the future of the Democratic Party. I personally think that we're not moving towards a socialist wing. I think what's happening is that just like MAGA folks wanted a change 10 years ago, I think people in the Democratic Party are just desperate for a change now, and that's the only thing on the menu. So it's not her, but I don't think it's socialism. I think it's something else we haven't seen yet.
Well, Tiffany, I mean, what has it been, 9 months now since the election? I mean, they've had some time, the Democrat Party, to think about this.
Yeah, it's really fascinating to watch the Democrat Party simply crumble before our eyes, and it keeps getting worse and worse with no one standing up with any real clear message that's relating to the American people. Again, now we have Kamala out giving cringe interviews. Again, the American people are saying no, thank you. But it's really not about the American people to them. It's about their own agenda. And those days are gone. The American people are awake and alert. And President Trump continues to deliver on all of his promises, from securing our border, getting our economy back on track, providing peace through strength on the world stage. So unless they can come together and find a message that speaks to the American people, they will get wiped out in the midterms. And in 2028, I think J.D. Vance will be popping champagne bottles.
I got to agree with you.
Wow. All right. Some agreement on the panel here. Thank you to both of you for joining us. Appreciate the discussion.
Thanks so much.
All right. Well,